agree on 80-90% of issues. I think that the problems that we identify are very, very similar. What's not similar is the actual origin of those problems. So when Anomaly says that Trump has caused X, Y, and Z, oftentimes what I'm going to expose here, and this is the whole goal, is that those problems actually were caused by other parties that Trump either didn't have any influence over or only limited influence over in a strategic framework in which it was impossible for him to act otherwise that he did. I would also point out an anomaly. I would point out, when you were debating Hotep Jesus the other day, first and foremost, towards the end, you insinuated that his entire thing was just being basically a pro-Trump puppet, and that was the only reason that people knew who he was, which I thought was rather sad, because I think you know better. The tactic mainly, but that's not entirely the case.
Well, actually, real quick, that's how exactly what happened.
I'll let you respond in full after. I'll let him respond in full after. No, I know normally you might get in accusation there, but I'll let you respond full and after. I know what you're saying.
Yeah, this is the end. By the way, a second to that, you actually insinuated, and I thought this was testing.
Yeah, it seems okay.
A little bit better. Secondly, you actually made a claim with regards to masks and Trump berating masking up more. I know where this is coming from because and people can watch the interview if they don't believe it. You actually you made that claim, and I know what you're referring to, which is that Trump was responding to the legacy media. That's to your credit. However, actually, I'd like to put a link in the actual chat on Odyssey. I'll do it. Watching. I don't use no. This particular link because I thought it was so massively important here. If I can actually find the file, which you claimed that, and yet here's from October, late October of last year. Trump was actually being lambasted. I'll put it into the chat on Odyssey for people to review on their own, of course, just to be clear, where Trump was actually being lambasted by people because he read out a CDC statement. More people wearing masks are getting infected than people that aren't wearing masks. And keep in mind basically the things that you identify as problems that we don't even disagree on, mask mandates, COVID passports, mandatory vaccination, all of these horrible things, Trump never championed them. They were the result of state level and local policies, and Trump's basic premise was, I can't do anything about these things, but for strategic reasons, in order to not get literally kicked out of office, which you would have been had you been president on the platform that you yourself espouse, in order to do that, he had to look like he was acting. He did the best that he could with a virus that was unleashed by the Chinese communists, that was bioengineered, that at first we didn't know much about.
Now let him get in on the Hotep Jesus thing and all that too.
Yeah, just everything he said. First off, the Hotep Jesus thing. If any honest person watches the debate, he brought me in because he was trying to frame me as Anomaly was just a Trump shill. He used Trump, and that's all he supported. He made a song about him, and now that he turned against him, and I debunked his argument like I'm about to yours in 30 minutes. So after he realized I was wrong, he flipped sides, and then he said Trump was a puppet all along. So he took the exact opposite stance after 30 minutes of failing his thing. So after 2 hours of him being condescending, trying to catch me in a gotcha moment, failing, and realizing how weight is, it was me just saying, you're accusing me of this for 2 hours. And I just said, just like everybody has, in some ways kind of maybe benefited off the Trump movement, including the media, so have you. That's all I said. I didn't.
Of course, I don't deny for a moment that I've benefited by Trump's 2016.
Real quick, Sticks. I don't think you really made any valid arguments at the beginning. You just said, I don't think Trump had any part in this. It was other people. So, you're going to have to specify that. And as far as the thing, it had nothing to do just with masks. I'm just going to read you a tweet from April 30th. This is mine. Trump said, this is an April 30th, over a month after 15 days of social spread. He said, despite reports to the contrary, Sweden is paying heavily for its decision not to lock down. As of today, 2,466 people died there, a much higher number than their neighbors. He was trying to push the propaganda that lockdown is saving lives, and if you open up like Sweden, which is freedom, by the way, that's what America's supposed to be, freedom and liberty. Sweden was doing a better job of conserving than we were at the time. Trump was pushing, I would would say communist propaganda, saying that my lockdown is better than freedom. And I said he's defending communism and medical tyranny, making false comparisons to their neighbors, because all of those stats were always really out of context. And Sweden had a bad week. They were never leading the world in deaths per capita, and eventually they would be better than America in lockdown countries. So Trump was always lying about that. And so were conservatives that I support, like James Wood. Brainwashed into pushing lockdown propaganda because Trump did the lockdown, and I said he's a salesman for communism. So I mean, once again, like you're just misframing.
Well, you're misframing.
And it has
you're
nothing to do with
misframing.
mass. It has to do. You can say it's framing. Yeah, it's framing. Lockdowns as a good thing, and it's framing freedom and liberty. And people like you make excuses for it, and that's the reason conservatives conserve nothing. That's the reason conservatives went from disagreeing with gay marriage to saying you're a homophobe and racist if you don't like Caitlyn Jenner.
But the problem is, you're trying to gaslight people into believing that Trump was a lockdown or something when he spent literally months being berated and lambasted for being exactly anti that. What you are referring to is the initial lockdown that Trump was involved with. The first couple of weeks, you've got to understand, and I'm still getting feedback, but I'm going to ignore it. What happened is that when the virus was new in people's minds, we're talking February and so forth.
By the way, I think that is coming from you, not